Hey, what's going on, Virgos? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams. With all that being said, let's get it. Here's what we have for Virgos. All right, Virgos. So the first thing that I'm seeing is I feel like there's an energy of someone that, this is someone that you're familiar with, because I feel like this is someone that you already have an establishment of trust with this person. I do feel like this is someone from your past. We have the Six of Cups as well as the Knight of Coins. I feel like the Knight of Coins is really influential in this read. It is an establishment of trust, but it's also a slow and steady type energy. I feel like with this person, I feel like this person may have gone cold on you in the past. Even though I feel like you went above and beyond for this person, I feel like there's a sense that this person had walked away. Now, the reason they walked away is going to surprise you. And that's what we're going to get into. That's what I feel like this read is the energy that I'm getting from this is that past person. And not only is it that past person, but I feel like it's also that future person as well. And I feel like they're one and the same. I feel in the past, I feel like you showed up for this person. I feel like you put a lot of effort in. I feel like you did your best. But I feel like the reason why this person went cold on you is because this person, they had to do it on their own. They felt like they were dragging you down. They had to stand on their own. They wanted to, they felt like they had the tools. And I feel like it's because of you that they had the tools to really change it around. Because I feel like this person was dealing with a lot of issues. I feel like this person not only did this person want you, but they needed you. And I feel like when they got to the point when they felt like they had all the tools, they had to stand on their own 2 feet. The reason they went cold is because they didn't care. The reason they went cold is because they knew they had to do the work themselves. You helped them. You helped them up. They fell down. You helped them up. But now it's their turn to learn how to walk on their own. And I feel like that's the distance that you felt with this person. It wasn't they had to they didn't want to shut you out, but they knew that they wouldn't get to where they needed to go if having you help them all the time. They didn't want to have to depend on you. They didn't want that for you. And like I said, I feel like you helped them up. And when you help them up, you help them gain some confidence that they much needed. Some much needed confidence that I feel like they would never have got it without you. And you played a big role in that. Not only nurturing, but a very loving energy. Something that they weren't expecting, they weren't used to. But like I said, that Knight of Coins comes back into play here. I feel like it's slow and steady. I don't feel like this is the end. I don't feel like either one of you wanted it to be the end. And I don't feel like it is. You know, I feel like this person wanted to stay on their own 2 feet and they wanted to come to you correct because you deserve that from them. They're working on themselves, but they're working on themselves for you, for both of you. They're trying to prove you right. You've seen something in this person that no one else seen, and they're trying to prove that you're right. And no matter how much distance has been between the two of you, I feel like it would never have been enough distance, because I feel like, you know, I see this person thinking about you and only you. And I do see that Ace of Wands, that reconciliation. I feel like it's almost like that rebirth. I feel like this person's been doing a lot of soul searching, but also, like I said, I feel like this person is trying to make something new for the both of you. You know, this person wants to bring something to the table. You know, it's like that situation where someone does something for you and they keep doing stuff for you, and then you feel like you get to the point where you feel like, you know, you're not using them, but you don't know that they don't know that. You know, this person didn't trust their abilities before they met you. You know, with that High Priestess in reverse, they didn't trust their abilities. They didn't think they had abilities. You know, I feel like they were overwhelmed, and I feel like they needed someone to help them up, and you help them up. And it's almost like that old corny saying, you know, let them go, and if they come back, they're yours. And I feel like that's what we're coming into here. You know, I feel like this person took a real look in the mirror. You know, and I feel like they've been fighting. You know, we got that internal struggle. They've been fighting to come back correct. And like I said, with that Ace of Wands, I do feel like this person is coming back to reconcile. And I feel like, to be honest with you, I get the sense that you already knew they were coming back. It's almost like you've been waiting for them because you knew it wasn't over. You know, you knew there was more there. And no matter how it ended, it's like cold turkey. They had to cut you off. I feel like it's not what they wanted to do, but I feel like they had to do that because they had to stand on their own 2 feet. And as long as you were in the picture, they could never be sure that it was them putting in the work. But you made this person stronger. You know, you made this person see something in them that they've never seen. You know, and like I said, this person has been putting in a lot of work. This person is a very balanced energy. And also, I feel like this person has finally let go of a lot of the burdens that they were holding on to with that Devil card. You know, they found balance. They found something that they wanted. You know, I truly believe no matter how far you've fallen or how low you feel, the right person can always bring you back. You know, it's like finding the other half of, it's like having a puzzle, 100-piece puzzle with 50 pieces. You know, until you get that other 50 pieces, you'll never know the true picture. Like I said, you're on the same page. Like I said, this person is coming back to reconcile. I see new stability. And like I said, a huge transformation. We have the Death card. You know, don't get it twisted. It's all because of you. They know that. They haven't let go of you. And they won't let go. Like I said, this is not the end. You know, sometimes we feel like we don't get closure from a situation. I feel like that may be a little bit of what's going on here. I felt like you didn't quite feel like you got closure, so you've always been waiting. But to your surprise, there's no closure needed. It's not over. And what you've been waiting for is coming back. You know, like I said, new stability. You know, this person's coming back and they're going to make you an offer. And it's a serious offer. And they're going to want to build a foundation. You know, it's a long time coming. And like I said, with that Knight of Sword or Knight of Pentacles, it's slow and steady. And sometimes slow and steady is a lot slower than we want it to be. But it's always moving forward. It's always progressing. You know, you are on the same page. I feel like you both want that foundation. You both want something more. They didn't trust their abilities before, but like I said, I feel like there's been a huge transformation in this person. I feel like they finally took that look in the mirror and they started to see what you see. And that helped them to get where they are now. You know, they're coming back with their shit together. But they wanted to do it on their own. They didn't want you to be the one doing it for them. And then we have that family card as well. You know, we also have the Ten of Pentacles, getting everything that you wanted. You know, getting what you both deserve. Your person's coming back. The reason why you didn't get closure, because it's not closed. It's not over. They had to know. You know, they had to know. They had to do it. They had to do it on their own. You gave them the tools to do it, and they appreciate that, and they'll never forget it. And that's why they've never really let you go. But they still had to know that they could do it. You gave them hope, and they see it and seen it through. You know, they didn't do this. They didn't do all this just for them. They did it for you too. They did it for both of you moving forward. But like I said, I there's still work to be done. But now they have, you know, now they're coming back to do the work. And that cold energy that you got from this person, like when all this fell apart, you know, this person went cold on you, and they went cold on you on purpose. And I feel like they needed to. And from their energy, I trust it's very genuine. You know, I'm getting a very genuine energy from them. And I don't feel like they did that because they wanted to do that. They did that because they needed to do that. They needed to know they could do it on their own. When you truly love someone, you don't want them to always be picking you up. You know, you don't want them to always be, you know, taking care of you. Even though some people like to take care of the people, they're, you know, you've seen something in this person, and that's one of the things I love about Virgos is they see things. They see things in people that no one else could possibly see sometimes. You know, it's like that story I always tell people about when I was a kid, and my dad would buy houses and he'd fix them up and he'd sell them. And I just remember he always did very well. You know, sometimes you would buy a house. Sometimes somebody could buy a house like that movie Money Pit with Tom Hanks. They buy this house and they think they're getting a good deal. You know, they put a little bit of work in, they flip it, and then all of a sudden it's more work than it's worth. But with my dad, he always had a good, you know, he never really went in the negative with the house. He always made profit. And he's a Virgo. You know, he's seen things that other people might not see. Now, just because you see something in someone doesn't always mean they're going to figure it out, but this person figured it out. This person, you know, they took that hard look in the mirror and they realized they were worth more. And you gave them the tools. So, I mean, not only did that establish trust with this person, but it made you a very special person to them. A person that they can't and don't want to let go of. But like I said, I feel like them going cold, that was the only choice they had. They had to cut it off. And I feel like it's going to pay off in the future for both of you. Now with this person, we have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. You know, it's like one of those things. It's Like that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And it's like that. Like I said, I feel like this person had a lot of issues, and I feel like the issues that they had, they couldn't do it on their own. They knew they couldn't do it on their own. But they got to a point when they started to believe that they could do better. And that's what they did. But like I said, they couldn't have you being drugged behind the cart. You know, they couldn't have you I do feel like when they went cold, I feel like there was a part of them that felt like maybe you were wrong. Maybe they didn't have something more in them. But there's also that part that was fighting that internal struggle, that was fighting, saying that what you meant to them and the trust that they had with you, they part of them believed you, and they worked on that. They needed you, and now they want you. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.